I was asked recently after giving a talk what kind of advice I would give to somebody who wanted to write a book. What was the best way to do it? It made me smile because I'm probably the worst person in the world to ask. My style of writing is entirely my own. I've been working in a deadline-driven business, it feels like for all of my life, certainly for 30 years. So I'm well used to working under pressure and to tight deadlines. My very first book was written thus. I met my commissioning editor in July. She had agreed to publish the book and said she would send me the contract, but she couldn't have the contract until August. I said, no problem at all, sure, I'll start writing anyway, and you can send me the contract when you're ready. She sent the contract in August, not a line written. The book was due the following March. Came right up to Christmas, not a line written. Went off on holidays, as I do, 2 weeks at Christmas, lovely break, thoroughly enjoyed it. Came back and thought, January, probably a good time to start writing the book. So I pulled in the two pals to give me a hand with it. One is a sub-editor, one is a brilliant researcher. Both were amazing women. Both were in full-time jobs, as I was myself. So we all began at 6, 7 o'clock in the evening, and it was sort of like a bad episode of The Waltons. Hello Mary Beth, hello Sue Ellen, hello Jim Bob, what are we doing today? And I would send the researcher off stuff saying, I know this happened, it could have been 10 years ago or 20 years ago, it was somewhere in New York, it was an airline, I don't know which one, and she would go off and research it and come back with, this was the airline, this was the year, this is exactly what happened. I would send other text off to the sub-editor and say, have a look at this, it's probably a bit windy, I write very long and it needs to be chopped back down again. And she would come back with, yep, I cut out that paragraph, I reworded this. And around 3 o'clock every morning, we would stop writing and we would sign off with, good night Jim Bob, good night Sue Ellen, good night Mary Beth. That was fine. The week that the book was due, my commissioning editor rang me on Monday and she rang on Tuesday. She rang every day that week, in fact, and each time she rang, she said, I'm just cross-checking to make sure that the book is actually ready. And I kept saying, it's fine, it'll be there on Friday, no big deal, knowing in my heart and soul that I was still writing it every night of the week. On the Friday, I sent off the book. On Monday, she rang me and said, I can't believe this. At 5:15, which was 15 minutes before the deadline, the courier arrived with the book, the attachments, the visuals, the graphs, everything that was needed. And I said, but sure, of course, I told you I'm in a deadline business. I've never blown a deadline. And she said, yes, but it's an academic text and most academics run at least 3 months late. Now, to be fair to her, if she told me that in the beginning, I probably wouldn't have even started to write it by March. I suppose really what I'm saying is that if you write a book, it's a labour of love. It's something you want to share with other people and you should really enjoy it. So my piece of advice, there is no formula. Find out the way that suits you best and work to it. In my case, it's start early in the morning, work right through the day, feed me loads of tea, finish late at night and start again the next day. It's how I enjoy it. Find your style and stick to it.